This is a big fish. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. Just look at it. Holy smokes, guys. We have got a monster on. An absolute monster. I cannot move him.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
Patrick Fulkrod here. I'm a guide and I own the South Holston River Company. I've been super lucky to be a guide on the nearby waters for almost 20 years. So we see a lot of things that happen on the river that most folks don't. A lot of strange fish, a lot of strange animals, a lot of strange events. And this day was nothing short of that. When I initially met Michael, Michael and I were doing some marketing stuff together with Tailwaters Lodge, our lodge, and you know, those were work days, and today was a fun day. We started out, we've had a goal of, I personally had a goal of catching a striper on a fly, and I think it's safe to say Michael very much had a goal of catching a striper on the fly. I've caught a couple, they've been really elusive, so we started out today on Boone Lake, where the striper are, and you know, we're filming, wanting to get some cool footage. Why not? You know, we're out fishing for fun, and that's when stuff happens, is when we don't have a camera, of course. So we had the cameras rolling, and dang, if Boone Lake, it started out like you're seeing a lot of bait. We didn't get a sniff, and we were pushing our time limitations for the day, and decided to pull the boat out of Boone Lake and just hit South Holston River and put a few trout on film, and so that's what we did. It's only about a 10-minute commute from the lake to the section of river we were on, and immediately we got into trout. It was pretty cool, but that definitely wasn't our highlight. And as I mentioned, we wanted to catch a striper on the fly, and it's Michael's passion. It's a goal for me, but Michael's passion. He's more passionate about this than anybody I know, and the area of the South Holston we were fishing is known to have really big trout, and it's also known to have stripers and hybrids, and seeing a few shad come through the dam floating, and an occasional fish bust on the surface. The rig we were fishing entailed of a streamer pattern and a worm, and we were kind of going for the fish, eating the shad, and then a worm on there just because a worm is awesome. And we caught a couple trout on a worm, which is kind of expected. And Michael asked me the question is, have you ever had a striper eat your shad? And I'm like, you know, it's really surprised me this never happened. But on paper, we have a rig that should attract a striper, but I've never had it happen. 20 minutes later, Michael made a cast nonchalantly, as we were just solving the world's problems in conversation. As I say, I think I might have shamelessly had my cell phone in my hand, talking about something on my upcoming calendar. Michael's indicator went under and he said, "Fish on."
Fish. Oh my goodness.
Okay, good.
It feels big.
Get him in the reel. Crank on your reel.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Let go some line. Feather the line out. Okay, good.
Okay, he's on the reel.
Okay, and crank on the reel. I'm with you 100%. Keep cranking and lifting. All right.
Oh.
All right, let go of the handle.
Okay.
Okay.
This feels pretty good. There's a lot of weight here.
Kind of held in a sort of a stationary spot, and for probably a minute or so, and didn't go down deep. And then all of a sudden, it was like that rig was hooked to a freight train. It took off. Let him run.
Oh.
Run it higher for me if you can.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
You're in great shape.
Oh my goodness. Big fish, guys. This is a big fish. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at this. Just look at it.
Oh, what's your backing? And goes into her backing. And when a fish goes into her backing, what that means is it's taken more than 100 feet of line, and we're in our backup line, just so we don't run out of line. It goes into her backing probably 75 to 80 feet. No exaggeration. And guys, I just want to add it. We're trout fishing. We're fishing a 4-weight rod.
Oh gosh. That's a big fish.
So we had 6 pound on, which in the trout fishing world, that's big. In other species, that's very small. So we hooked this fish, we're fighting it. It's definitely big. You know, it's shown us that it might have control of us.
Oh my goodness, dude. It's a big fish.
Okay, we're gonna turn him here in a second. Okay. We might have the fish that starts with an S.
There's a chance, yeah.
There might be a striper.
They run like that sometimes.
All right. Once we got this fish off of the right bank and worked in the middle of the river, you know, I'm in the captain's seat and the rower seat in the middle, watching the fish, watching Michael, making sure the drag's adjusted, making sure a lot of things are happening right. So at this point, it's getting real. Once we got it off that right bank, our boat's still on the left bank. We get it in the middle. Great, we're working it towards us. Well, the next thing I know, the fish is trying to go to the left bank, the bank we were holding, which has even more log jams. And the only thing I could think of to do was cut the fish off. Like, let's beat him to where he's wanting to go and spook him back out in the middle of the river. All right, he's in the middle of the river. Crank quickly, a lot quicker.
Okay. Stay on, big boy.
All right, 1 second your rod vertical as you're cranking.
Okay.
All right.
Dude.
We really don't want him to get to this opposite bank. So I'm going to try to outrun him and cut him off.
Okay. Should I be putting right pressure?
You're okay. Keep straight up. Quicker. Stay quicker.
He is. Okay. I see our stuff. Okay, there he goes. There he goes.
All right, so I was trying to cut him off.
Yes.
All right, look at your rod tip. You got to keep that butt section.
Yep. Yep. My arm is dying. Holy smokes, guys. We have got a monster on. An absolute monster. He took me to the backing and then some. And he is not done.
The depth that we were fishing was probably about 8 to 9 feet. And at this point, our indicator is well under the water. We haven't seen it for 5 minutes, meaning the fish is down deep, which makes me even more nervous. Michael's doing a great job. You know, Michael's got a great skill level to work with for somebody that's only been fly fishing a year. Michael's skill is very apparent, as in most people. It started out in spin fishing, and there's a couple things he was doing that made me a little nervous, you know, fighting the fish, maybe dropping the rod tip low, and you know, that's proper in spin fishing, which in fly fishing it's the exact opposite, especially when we got 6 pound line. So you know, we're adjusting, he's adjusting. After 7 or 8 minutes, we finally see our indicator, which is rigged 9 feet above our flies, finally surface, so we know we're making leeway.
Okay. Oh, what is this fish, man? What is this? Oh, we should be able to see him soon. Okay. I cannot move him. Oh my gosh. Dude. This is insane. He's coming up again.
Crank. Lead your rod up. Right,
oh, I saw something. I did too. That means he's starting to wear out a little bit.
We got the fish within a 20-foot perimeter, and we see a flash, and it's big. And you know, this fish was running so hard. Initially, I didn't know what we had hooked, and it's running really hard. We got it up, you know, surface. We saw a silver flash, and I'm like, oh, it's a brown trout. You know, it's a big brown trout. The brown trout in this area are really silver because they eat other fish. They're different than other brown trout. They don't have that yellow gold color, and so I say it was a brown trout because I'm supposed to be the expert. And then 10 seconds later, Michael said, it's a striper. I'm like, no, it's not a striper, it's a brown trout. Okay, lift as you crank, don't migrate your tip.
I got you. Oh, I can't. He's too big. Oh my gosh. Dude, what was that? I saw a little bit of brown.
I think it's a giant brown trout.
You think it's a giant brown?
Yeah. Okay, crank.
Oh my gosh. There's color. It's huge, dude.
Okay. Okay, it's a giant brown.
Are you sure? I think that's it's a striper.
It's a striper.
Dude, it's a striper.
and then we got a better look, and it was so big. It's a striper, which in the striper world, the fish we were looking at was upper 20s, maybe knocking on the door of 30 inches, which in the striper world, that's a medium-sized striper. It's not a small striper, but it's medium-sized. But considering the situation of a 4-weight fly rod and trout flies with a 6-pound line, it was a trophy by those regards. But
oh, no wonder. No wonder I can't get him up any higher. That's a huge striper, guys. On the fly rod. No way.
Okay, look at your fly line and your leader.
Yeah, so don't go past that, correct?
Don't go past it.
All right.
Come in closer, I want you to lift.
He's huge, dude. He's huge. Of course this would happen. I'm gonna cry if we land this dude. Yeah, it's a striper. Oh my gosh.
Okay, watch your fly line.
Yeah.
You're in a great spot right now.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Doing great.
Okay. We're getting him close now.
Okay, crank one time. Just look at your fly line. All right, now lift.
Yep.
Okay. And Michael's right at the very
There he
end.
is, there he is.
At the very end, I'm going to get you to crank the leader and the rod, okay?
When you just tell me when.
Okay. Like,
He's starting to get tired.
okay.
Oh my gosh. No wonder. No wonder.
See what he ate? What we were just talking about?
I know what he ate, yeah. There's no doubt.
Okay. Lift.
Oh my gosh. Oh, he's big, dude.
Okay, come to the right just a little bit. Okay, crank on the rod. Get the leader in the line.
Okay.
Keep lifting though.
Okay. Oh my gosh. How are we gonna land this?
Oh, we're gonna net him.
I don't know how.
We're gonna get him. All right. Okay. Lift real gently.
Yeah.
Keep lifting. Keep lifting. Keep lifting. Keep lifting. Keep lifting.
Yes! Woo! Yes! Look at that! No way! No way! No way! Dude, did that just happen? Is that a hybrid?
It's a hybrid.
That is the fattest hybrid I have ever caught. Oh my gosh. Guys, this was caught on the fly rod.
On
a 4-weight.
We get it, and we net net, and we look at it. It's not a striper. It's a hybrid. And in the hybrid world, this is a monster. Like, this is an unprecedented fish. I've never in my life seen anything like it. The length was impressive. It was, 30 inches, or 29, 30 inches. The girth was what was more impressive. The girth equally was the same as the length. And as you guys seen, it was unbelievable. And I've never seen anything like this. And we had the shad on and the worm, and we just knew that striper, what we thought was a striper, the hybrid, ate the shad, and to our surprise, it ate the pink trout worm. And so we got this thing in, and Michael is the experienced striper hybrid guy. He's caught many of them on this conventional tackle, but never on a fly rod, which was something that he really wanted to do. And he said, that's the biggest hybrid I've ever seen. And I know this guy, I know Michael has caught a bunch of these, so for him to say that was huge. I have personally never landed one of these on a fly rod, but so we're holding the fish in the net. As all fish, we don't want to hurt them. They're my business partners. I don't want to kill the fish. We start Googling, and we're like, that's a big fish.
Oh my gosh, look how big he is. Dude, is that is there a record for fly fishing hybrids? Dude, this is crazy.
That's what, a 10-pound fish probably?
At least, if not more. Look at how thick he is.
And we knew that there was a IGFA world record caught out of this same water a few years earlier. So we know we got something, and we start looking, and guys, it's quite a bit bigger than that previous IGFA record. So our wheels start turning, we start measuring, we start videoing everything, documenting as much info, documenting the measurement, and now we're on the journey of catching the IGFA world record hybrid bass on a fly rod, and on a 4-weight at that. So something that we did that day was just, you know, this will be a chapter in my book when I retire. This fish will be a chapter, and it was a pretty special event to share that with Michael, and you know, have somebody catch that had his passion. That's what was the icing on the cake that day.
Oh, there he goes. He's swimming. Oh, he's coming up. He's coming up. He's trying to go though. Look at him go. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
And he swam off.
Great.
Let's go. I can't believe that just happened. So guys, I'm just super grateful for an opportunity to catch a fish that's potentially a world record. We've submitted in all the information. I did write down the current length for the fly fishing world record for a hybrid, and it is currently 63 centimeters. Ours was 72, so we definitely caught one that was bigger than the current world record. Guys, I would also like to mention that we did get an unofficial weight on the fish. It was a 16.1 pound fish, and it did measure in at 28 inches without pinching the tail. So it's a true monster. It also was full of shad, so you know, the actual girth of the fish was actually the same length as the actual width of the fish. So I cannot believe we even landed that on a 4-weight, and I could not be more grateful for Patrick helping me catch that fish, and just all of his knowledge and all the things that went into it. He really did coach me through it, and that's what really helped me land this world record fish. It's just as much Patrick's fish as it is mine, and I'm just super grateful for the opportunity to catch something that big. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Stay tuned. I'm going to keep you guys posted on what the IGFA actually says once they get all of the information we've sent in, and we'll do a part 2 where we talk about all the things that went into submitting all the information in for a world record fish. Guys, if you'd like to see more South Holston River Company videos, I've got a really fun one with Patrick right here. Or if you guys like to see my PB brown trout on a fly rod, I've got another fun one right here. Till next time, tight lines.